chance?
Welcome home, soldier.
Oh, well, that's understandable. I mean, the possibilities are overwhelming.
Exactly. The Johanssons wanted to pickle the herring, and the Lindstroms wanted to train him for the circus.
Weren't they kind of hard to see riding on the elephants? Stuff, a captain of the cheerleading squad. When the day came, we had to perform in front of the entire school, and Charmaine was fantastic. She twirled those batons so fast she looked like a DC-3 coming in for a landing. Then it was my turn. So I did some cartwheels and only fell once. I did a handstand.
Spaniel.
A spaniel's not a large dog.
To a 3-year-old it is.
We got a guard dog in the kitchen. Great, the food is safe. I know what we can do.
Let's go out to dinner. My treat.
What about breakfast and lunch? Look, I'm calling the kennel.
Shoot them.
No can do, ma'am.
Well, you have to do something. I mean, this is ridiculous. My mother is missing because of these two people who can't keep their hands off each other.
Dorothy, please, you're being irrational. Yes, I am a pig.
Well, yeah, what precinct?
Ladies, in her all too infrequent letters, Blanche has spoken of you both in glowing terms. I feel real lucky to get the chance to know you personally.
Why, thank you, kind sir.
You'll have to excuse Rose. Every time a man speaks Southern at her, she goes all stupid.
Fine.
Maybe you're right.
I'll call you in a few weeks.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Boy, it's great being rich.
I cannot believe we spent so much money that we don't have yet.
Relax. When I looked in on Baby this morning, he was a half hour away from sizzling. Oh, well, Rose Nyland, shame on you. Caught with a gentleman. It's a wonderful idea. He'll bring in his own crew to help finish the job at no additional charge. Why would he want to do it for free? Because he's seen on as a doorknob and stop asking questions.
Hi, everybody.
Al, what are you doing here?
Rose, I did a lot of thinking about what you said the other night, and
Sure made all the right choices. My son was a cross-dresser. My daughter was unmarried and pregnant. Hell, I was the Rose Kennedy of Brooklyn.
Guess.
nobody asked you.
Was I talking to you? I'm talking to my daughter. To me, you don't exist.
And who's driving you to your niece's wedding in California?
Salvador, you're upsetting Papa. Would you please find a mechanic? It's freezing in here.
Of course, it's a freezing in here. Mr. Ziti for brains decides to take a shortcut through Chicago.
Business partners, that's the extent of it, you understand?
Okay, I give up. Business partners, I understand. Can we shake on it? I need you, Dorothy. Without you, I'm nothing. Do you hear me? Nothing.
Stan, as much of a turn-on as this is, get off the floor.
I belong.
Midget.
Nana's not a midget. He's my oldest and closest friend.
I didn't know Alvin that long, but I thought we were getting close. I can't believe he just walked away.
Fernando was always there for me. Whenever I was scared or down about something, I'd just roll over.
You know, Mrs. Contini, the matchmaker who brought us together. I realize the process is hopelessly old-fashioned, but it's a lot more personal than those video dating services, don't you think? I'm afraid there's been a terrible mistake. I think you'd better go. Wait, can I see you again? Probably not. I will be at the Florida State Women's Prison.
Have to stink. And if you stay and work at it and everything turns out, you'll have a place to visit when the things at home really get to stink.
I just can't, come here whenever.
You can just come here whenever.
Well, I don't mind the garden, but it's like the vacuum.
I haven't
met anyone as good and decent as Rose since Pat died. And I think I'm falling in love.
Even entertain the notion that he's slipping away because he's homesick for this godforsaken place. What's going on?
I think he recognizes the picture of Uncle Hingelblotter's farm.
Oh my God! Then he is homesick! I'm a murderer!
Dorothy, is that terrible?
Of course not. Honey, you're doing what you can.
Does he look nice?
Yeah.
In a suit?
Not exactly.
A dress?
Not exactly.
Culottes? Not in culottes.
Keep going.
There's only one thing to do. Go to Laszlo and make him decide once and for all who he wants.
Fine with me.
Fine with me, too. Where's everybody going?
We'll be back in an hour. Oh, Ma, why...
I think you're probably looking for Dr. Rosenzweig. But if you ever want a discount on life insurance, call me.
Oh, boy, do I need a cup of coffee.
What's the matter?
Oh, this whole Lillian thing. The woman didn't know.
I have this recurring fantasy. Take me, Alex, take me now, I tell him. And he says to me, Blanche, in the form of a question.
Wow, what a tough day. I really need somebody.
Then Renee calls up and says she's got herself an agent.
Oh, nice!
Not nice, Oliver. She's been in New York 6 days. Now she's got an agent who says she's perfect for commercials. And who knows what the hell she's going to do.
Wouldn't it be funny?
Just a little depressed. Really? You know, I'm depressed, too. What are you depressed about?
Alvin and I had a fight. I'm making a scarf for a friend I don't have anymore.
I know exactly how you feel. I made these for Fernando.
I thought you broke up with that.
Abutting navigable waters. I don't believe that this court has any jurisdiction.
That sounds legal to me. Counselor, your last day has been a good one. Case dismissed.
How do I look?
Like a widow in mourning.
Perfect. He'll know I'm available. Hi, Dorothy.
Oh, hi.
Oh, so.
He's on a roll, and the blue team is leading 300-0.
Oh, shut up, Nyland. You shut up.
Why don't you both shut up and answer this next question? For 100 points, complete this famous saying, better late than...
Blanche! 3 tickets to today's ball game, and I can't find anyone to go with me. Guess I don't have many friends.
Oh, who are you kidding? You don't have any friends. I'll go with you, Stan.
Ma, you will?
I'll be waiting in the car, Stanley.
Dorothy?
I can't think of anything in the world I would rather do.
Respect your opinion. What exactly is your complaint?
That I don't get $150 an hour like you.
What do you think we should do?
In my experience, most domestic problems can usually be resolved through a willingness to cooperate and some hard work.
Oh, so you're saying that if we become...
You're gonna get linguine all over me.
Ma, go back to sleep. It's just me, Dorothy.
Get the hell out of my bed.
Ma, I have a heart. The heat went out again. I'm freezing to death. You're the only one who has an electric blanket.
Oh, Dutch. That way I'd have all the latest gossip around town.
Oh, you read me the gossip. In fact, I remember there was some kind of a scandal with a neighbor, I think. The name was, let's see, oh, thank you.
Phineas Winkler? I can't believe you remember that.
Well, in all fairness, Phineas Wiggler is a...
Thick ball on the corner?
Ma, they were beating a man. That was sort of why I called the police.
They were just having a good time.
Now look, Ma, I don't...
Girl body locked together in a frenzy of love.
Who wrote that?
Merrill Kellogg.
Merrill Kellogg? Who's he?
Ask Blanche, it's her letter.
This is from that guy in prison that Blanche has been writing to.
How are you going to explain this open letter?
This cheesecake is delicious.
It's not bad for store-bought.
I'd love to have another cup of coffee.
I will put on another pot.
What's all the racket? Oh, Martha and the Vandellas are back.
It's all right, Dorothy. I've got one on.
Town started digging like crazy, kneeling by the grave, using their hands even, dirt flying and Beatrice screaming. And when they opened that coffin, there he was, dead as a doornail.
Strong like me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You went through heart surgery too, didn't you, Sophia?
No, I take nitroglycerin because I want to explode.
Here you are. When you weren't at home, I figured something was wrong.
Memories, I'll cherish them always.
Stan, ciao.
Oh, you're back from your session.
With a man without benefit of room service.
Being with a man is not the same thing as living with a man.
You're right, Blanche. Living with a man eliminates the need for an overnight bag and a stop at the drugstore.
And the need for...
You're a genius.
Ma, wait a minute, what are you talking about?
I walk into the living room, and there's a toilet in front of the television set. It's an old lady's dream come true.
You wouldn't believe all the security out there. Of course, they have to have it.
You know, there's something rotten in the state of Denmark.
It's their cheese. They refuse to use preservatives.
I mean, between Dorothy and Eddie, there is something peculiar in that relationship.
You're right. And I'm going to find
You or anybody else. And the sooner you realize that, Rose, the happier we'll all be. Come on, Blanche.
Come on.
Our relationship, he said he hoped I wasn't seeing anyone else. I just don't know.
I think you should go for it. See it through. Blanche, so many times you drop somebody without ever knowing what it could turn into. Sometimes you have to take a chance.
I just don't know if I'm ready for that kind of risk.
A little risk only heightens the thrill.
Now I want you to start at the beginning and tell us everything.
Boo, Shrimp, you're up to speed. Go, Rose.
Well, to begin with, I had an absolutely fantastic time. He's the same man, the man I love. And that's why I told him I'd go to Chicago with him.
You'd wrong.
Ma, how did you know?
Because you had the same look of panic on your face when you got pregnant. Kind of like a deer caught in the headlights of a car. I thought only pregnant teenagers had that expression until I saw Dan Quayle on TV.
Oh, darn, someone's late. Dorothy will have to give her speech all over again.
Hi, everybody! Trudy? I don't believe this. I don't believe this. Is that...
Problems. Marital problems.
Excuse me, honey. Hello. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Schechter. Oh, that is good news. Great news. I'm very happy for you. Congratulations. Goodbye, Mr. Schechter. Mr. Schechter peed.
Support, Dorothy? I mean, it's not a good idea to go it alone. Did I ever tell you about my cousin Victor Frickin? He tried to go it alone in a three-legged race. Well, you know what happened to him?
Please, Rose, I don't want to hear about your frickin' cousin.
Sign me up. I would love to help.
You? Oh, you turned the telethon into a disgusting manhunt.
A disgusting manhunt. What a great idea! Oh, see, we'll all get dressed in little safari outfits, and we'll have the men in cages.
So, as is tradition, I am ready to accept your various gifts and offerings. You may begin, Dorothy.
I appreciate your sense of ritual, Ma, but just so you know, I still have Shady Pines on the speed dial.
How?
Oh, George, what a great 3 days. This has been a wonderful honeymoon.
It should be. You waited long enough.
Gosh, it's only 1 week till spring break, and I have so much to do. I have to get new T-shirts for the wet T-shirt contest.
You know, I'm actually looking forward to spring break this year.
College kids, America's best and brightest are coming to town. It'll be nice to get mooned again.
Please.
Oh, no, the whole experience was too painful.
Please.
We just want to put it out of our minds.
Please.
Hit it, Rose.
I have to say what I feel.
Miami has so much appeal.
Killed King Kong instantly. I mean, sure, he was big, but that's 102 stories. You look down. I know, it was a sad movie. I cried, too. Every time I see it, I hope maybe this time it'll...
Which is why you had to marry that stupid, lazy, no-good pinhead of a prince. This man is a prince. Come in, Stan.
I'm sorry I'm late. The rain really tied up the traffic. Hi, girls.
Hi.
Hello, Mama Bear. Papa Bear.
Game. Rose, let's go check out the coffee shop. Maybe we'll meet some cute doctors. Hello.
He's married.
Goodbye.
Those two here for a CAT scan?
To write down the number. Sorry.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Grandma, is this the one you said you liked?
Oh, yes, isn't that just... What'd you tell him? I told him he should have dinner waiting for me. Not that I'm such a big fan of squirrel gumbo.
Ma, how do you expect to live together in the same house? You haven't even gotten there yet, and already you're fighting with him.
What, this is Little House on the Prairie? We're at each other's throats all the time. There were more fights here than at Caesar's Palace.
Oh, Dora. Oh.
He asked me to say goodbye.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
Boy, I could sure use a family hug right now.
Oh, darling. Oh, honey. Dorothy, you've had a rough day. I'll tell you what. You go on and get into bed, and I'll bring you a nice cup of hot chocolate.
Parents used to give me. Ma, do you remember that Christmas they gave me soap in the shape of the 7 dwarfs?
Well, now what's wrong with that?
Oh, what kid wants to play with soap? Besides, after a couple of baths, they looked like 7 suppositories. This place is fantastic. I feel like I did when I was 20.
You mean unmarried and pregnant?
Blanche, look around. Isn't this wonderful?
I'd like to take you out for some cappuccino and salsa dancing.
Maybe some other time.
Hey, I thought we had a deal.
What is he talking about? What kind of deal?
Pussycat, you know how much I love you.
You sold me, didn't you?
I didn't know what to do. I had no budget.
Hello? This is Rose Nyland. What? I'm one of the winners of the Publishers Clearinghouse? Ed McMahon wants to see me right away? I should leave my Burt Reynolds ticket on the dresser before I go?
Yeah, but you're so successful. I'm also 60, and I'm miserable. I went to law school so I could fight for the little guy. Now I'm fighting for multinational corporations. I'm so frazzled I find myself sneaking into the washroom to make balloon giraffes.
I think you better sit down.
Before he died, Charlie and I agreed that if he ever wanted to tell me something from the other side, we'd have a signal. All the cantaloupe would be on one side of the fruit salad.
Life is a sports page.
Listen, tell me I can't do better than this in my sleep. He grabbed her. She could feel his fingers pressing into her moist flesh. Her heart was pounding, her loins on fire. As he spun her around, her dress ripping open.
You know, how you feeling?
She's going to be just fine, only this time she's going to follow the doctor's orders.
What about you, Dorothy? You must be exhausted being here by yourself all night.
I wasn't alone. Stan came by and stayed with me, brought me food, held me, showed me that special part of himself.
Right there in the waiting room?
Your life and hers. I got dibs on Rose's room.
Sophia, you just don't understand.
Please, Rose, what I forgot you'll never know. Tell her, Dorothy, how bad off I was when I had my stroke.
You were really sick, Ma. You know, in the beginning, she couldn't walk, she couldn't talk, she couldn't even feed herself.
All I could do...
You sing, don't you?
A little.
Great. How about some Irving Berlin? Blue skies, always.
Maybe some other time.
What'll I do?
D flat is good for me. What'll I do?
Who said that? You did. At the beauty parlor, don't you remember? And Agnes said you were a lot of hot air, and you said she was just jealous because she wasn't getting any? And I said, getting any what? And you said rice pudding, Rose?
Coffee shop. Oh, I got there 5 minutes early and caught him necking with a waitress.
Oh, well, that must have made it easier.
No, I still could not do it.
Dorothy, how long had you been together with this guy?
38 years.
That was Stan?
And you know, to this day...
Some people found it obnoxious. For me, it was a turn-on.
Miles is cooking dinner to celebrate Frost's birthday. He invited us all, and we accepted.
I don't remember ever agreeing to that.
Sure you did. I distinctly remember. You said, oh boy, Miles reading poetry. Sign me up, sign me up. You sounded pretty definite.
Day parade! Here is your parade leader's hat. Mr. Music, if you please.
It states.
Then he should know better.
This is...
Blanche Devereaux, it's a real pleasure, Mr. President. My, you do have a lot of Secret Service men, don't you?
Hi, Blanche.
Hi, fellas.
Thank you, Mrs. Devereaux. And, Mr. President, this is Dorothy Zbornak.
Art.
Honey, don't be silly. Jake knows I care for him, but our relationship can only go so far. Now, he knows that as well as I do. That's probably him. Hi, honey.
Hi, sweetheart.
Oh, he is such a liar. Oh, she sure is. Since Patrick got into town, he's been seeing me.
Places, everyone.
This is my seat. You're sitting in my seat.
Excuse me, I didn't know your 80-year-old butt was so sensitive.
I sit in this seat every day. You got no right sitting in my seat.
Relax. I'm moving.
You're always doing this kind of thing. You're never thinking about anybody but yourself.
What are you talking about?
It was a reflex reaction. No, thank you, and goodbye.
Look, we had a chance to think about what we said last night, and we're real sorry. Must have been quite a shock finding us in your bathroom, huh? Won't you please accept our apologies?
All right, apology accepted.
Great.
Now you can buy a husband. Well, not necessarily a bad person. Sometimes circumstances... Oh. You were talking to her. I think I'm gonna faint.
Gotcha!
To Blanche, the miniseries.
When is old Lady Claxton's funeral? I want to pay my respects.
Pay your respects. I thought you hated her.
I did. But when a person dies, you go to their funeral to show the man upstairs you have respect for human life, no matter how wretched it was. Any idiot knows that.
I knew that, see?
Wonderful. I met a gorgeous single doctor on the plane.
At 30,000 feet, she picks up a doctor. Now I see the family resemblance.
In fact, I'm supposed to meet him in a half hour, if that's okay.
But darling, you just got here.
Aunt Blanche, you always said, if you've got a stallion eating oats out of your hand, best
Work it in anyway. What tragedy, Rose?
I can't talk about it.
Fine.
Good. But it had to do with barbecuing elk, a big fire, and someone who lost his balance.
Got it.
Clear as a bell. The symphony, besides I heard him come in hours ago.
I think I'll go say goodnight to Bridget.
Oh, honey, would you bring me back my heating pad? It's on my dresser.
Sure.
Oh, Dorothy, do you realize it has been 4 days since I have enjoyed the company of a man?
I know, Blanche. I've been marking the days off on my big ships of the Navy calendar.
I didn't murder him.
Of course you didn't murder him, honey. He probably had a heart attack. Now, look, his family has to be notified. Now, did he ever speak of any family?
He has the sister he lives with.
Yo, what's her name?
His name was Al Beatty. Her name's Beatty, too. She never married.
I couldn't. I think they're going to finish it.
Your own, Miles. Order your own.
Good evening. Have the two of you decided yet?
Yes, the lady will be having the 1850.
The trout.
Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him the word that I'm not a rover. And tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone.
Oh, you guys really stink. Right there.
All right. The bonds are in my safety deposit box. I'll give them to you this afternoon.
Oh, Blanche, thank you. On behalf of the people of St. Olaf, I'd like to do a thank you dance. I'll need a pot and a sheet, a rubber band, and a spoon. By Wolf. Anyway, one day the townspeople heard the boy on the hill yelling, "Wolf! Wolf!" Well, they all figured if the boy never cried wolf when the wolf was there, if he yelled wolf now, it stood to reason that she's smart.
Well, yeah.
Hot damn!
Hi, Blanche. I was sitting home feeling sorry for myself, so I thought I'd do some risk-taking and invite myself over. Here,
You also know what a handsome doctor looks like. It doesn't mean you got one.
Sophia, she's right. 3 palm trees.
$10,000. Oh my God, we just won $10,000.
$10,000.
I don't believe $10,000. Split 4 ways, that's almost $2,000 apiece.
No, I really have to go.
Oh, what a terrible morning this is. Sophia's leaving. And I'm playing ugly old witch because you stole my part.
Oh, Blanche, I know how much that part means to you. You know what I was thinking? You could go on for me one night.
Rose! Rose!
Rose, will you wake up? You have a call.
Is it time to milk the cows, Daddy?
No, kitten. You have a phone call.
What did you say, Dorothy?
You have a phone.
Give up. People care. They really do. Good people won't let this kind of suffering go on. You just gotta hang in there till tomorrow.
Sophia, it is tomorrow.
Oh, God.
This brings out the artist in me.
It's time, Sophia.
Do I have to?
Don't be so sad. We'll be together again.
I love you, Sal.
And I love you. And tell my little Spumoni face something. I'm proud of her.
School would be easy.
Easy? It's impossible. I cannot pass that course. I just can't do it.
Listen, honey, if you're having such a problem, maybe you should talk to your teacher.
Oh, I can't do that. I'd be too embarrassed.
But that's what teachers are there for.
I know exactly how she feels. I used to be scared of my teachers, too.
Get out of here.
No,
Let you rest, honey.
Oh, don't go. Seeing you all here makes me know I'm alive.
It's a miracle.
Oh, yes, it is.
Dorothy finally met somebody. I know, I should have taken them back when you were 7.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please take your seats. Jorge Vega? Michael Fetchick? That's very touching, Rose. It shouldn't be, but it is.
You know, when I think of my father, I don't remember just one incident. I just know that he was always there to take care of me whenever I got into trouble, which was all the time. I just never dreamed that.
Come on, Sophia, join us.
Yeah, Ma, you can't sit there waiting for a call forever.
Who's waiting for a call? Hello? Hello? That was him. I could hear him breathing.
Crazy about you as ever.
I'm sorry I'm laughing, but the idea of me with one of those two was just so silly.
You picked Sonny this time.
Yes! Well, good night.
Good night, Dad.
Not been honest with you about. Blanche Devereaux and I never had an affair. I only said that to improve my image.
Ha, 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 ha.
Now, Blanche is too good a person to be used that way. In fact, she's the one who made me realize how important honesty is.
Hi, Rose. Let me change capes and we'll be on our way.
In my office, terrific. Now.
Say please, Mr. Producer. Little twerp. He was on my show when he was 5. He sat on my...
Checks anymore. Well, I can't afford to live without that pension.
Well, honey, now let's not panic. I'm sure they can't just cut you off.
She's right. There has to be a good explanation. Honey, you'll call them tomorrow. Everything will be fine.
Well, what if it's not? What if I can't pay my own way? What if I can't afford food? What if I have to sleep outside in some park?
A great Southern writer, carrying on the tradition of the other great Southern writers, like, all those that are so famous they need not be mentioned. Oh, girls, it's going to be so exciting. I am going to make a fortune, and I won't even have to use my... But just be sure and keep her in her cage.
Oh, maybe I can convince the Count to give us some live entertainment with dessert. Have you any requests?
How about Bye-Bye Birdie?
Girls, Count Bessie is missing.
Well, nobody knows me. I can't
can't believe you. Are you ever going to get over my being a single mother?
It's just that I have a reputation in this town.
Cheesecake, Mom.
Well, I'm sorry if I embarrassed you.
You don't sound... You made it without giving away my present. Sophia, you stop trying to make me tell you. Relax, Rose. Dorothy already told me what it is. She did? Yeah, what a present. Boy, was I surprised. Dorothy, I didn't know you already told Sophia that her surprise was in...
Rose. Oh, school would be easy.
Easy? It's impossible. I cannot pass that course. I just can't do it.
Listen, honey, if you're having such a problem, maybe you should talk to your teacher.
Oh, I can't do that. I'd be too embarrassed. But that's what teachers are there for.
I know exactly how she feels. I used to be scared of my teachers, too.
Get out of here.
No, it's... Don't be crazy. Blanche, I only said that hypothetically. You know, that if we had to, we could probably do it.
Yeah, but I didn't get to do all those special things with my kids like you all did. See, I had a nanny doing all that for me. Do you know what it's like to see your child wake up on Christmas and go run into his nanny?
Children do that sort of thing, Blanche.
All right, how about when they're... Door, march!
Oh, all right. All right. I'm going. But if anything awful happens, it's on your heads.
Oh, she's really upset. Like that, more power to you.
Hello there, Barbara.
Hi, Dorothy, Rose. I certainly hope tonight will help us forget what happened the other night.
I already forgot what happened the other night. But then again, I'm 82 years old. This morning I forgot my cat's been dead for 20 years.
Oh, quit complaining. There are worse things that can happen to you on Valentine's Day, I know. Was there ever a Valentine's Day when you didn't have a date?
Please, until I was 80, I was combing geezers out of my blue rinse. Now, I'm talking about something that happened a long time ago. My Sal and I were driving my father cross country to a wedding when we had some car trouble.
4. There are the Boscos. Philomena!
Closure. I'm not going there to try to win you back. I'm going there to try to get over you.
Go around her. It takes less time.
The doctor feels that if you would maybe join me at a session or two, I might be able to work through my attachment that much sooner. What do you say, babe?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to give it some thought.
She knows how long it took us to save that money. You can trust her.
Don't get mad.
Ma, did you buy the CD today?
Not exactly. I said don't get mad.
Sophia, what did you do with our money?
I think you're going to be really impressed. I made a very shrewd deal with a guy I met at the bus stop.
Oh, I'll be damned.
Dorothy, I want to tell you something, and this isn't the...
Line number 1, avoidance of social activities. Number 2, people who can't hear act forgetful. Ma forgot about these tickets?
Oh, that was just an excuse. Sophia's not really getting forgetful.
Hot coffee coming through.
Seems you had a transfusion while you were there. The hospital thinks the blood may have contained HIV antibodies.
HIV? Wait a minute. You're talking about AIDS. Oh, well,
I could have sworn. I would have bet my life on it.
Oh, Ma, there are so many memories in this apartment. Don't be so down. You remember the day you brought Phil back from the hospital? I was a little upset because that was the day Pop usually took me to the zoo. Well, it was the racetrack, but he called it the zoo.
Buried you up to your neck in sand and let the children throw baseballs at you for 25 cents?
well, I can't hold that against you. That was for charity.
Yeah, right. Charity.
Forget it, Sophia. Impersonating Charlie was horrible.
Okay. I made a mistake, but not as big as
that transmitter at the McDonald's tonight. There's a great movie on TV.
What is it?
In Cold Blood. It's about this innocent family is brutally murdered.
May I
when they
see that, Rose?
Sure.
Sophia Petrillo, Executive Director and leader of the 87 March on Neiman Marcus.
Mrs. Petrillo, isn't there some way that we can resolve this matter?
I'm afraid not. The wheels of justice are already in motion. Of course, a full refund could put those wheels in reverse.
How much?
$1.17?
Be out for an intimate dinner. Actually, it'll be the first time in weeks that we've been anywhere without Ma.
Is that why you sent her off to the drugstore?
You're dumping your own mother?
Faster than CBS dumped Jimmy the Greek.
Dorothy, I'm shocked at your behavior.
Me too.
Very big winker.
It was more than a wink. He came up to me and he put his big masculine arms around my tiny little waist.
I don't believe you.
What?
I don't believe that he put his big masculine arms around your...
Waves on Biscayne Bay. I've grown so much as a writer since then.
I should hope so.
Blanche.
No, it's all right. Did you have a problem with my book, dear?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did. All those waves. Big waves, little waves, dark waves rolling in, page after page. And one little girl wet her pants. That girl in the puddle was me. I have never told that to another living soul, Rose. You see, I thought I had overcome...
Tell Rose the truth.
Or?
Remember Shady Pines?
Yeah, it wasn't so bad.
I hear they sold it to some Germans.
Rose? Rose, sweetheart,
What's the matter?
Everyone is fine. No one died. The home burnt down.
My God, are you all right? How'd you get here?
I hitched.
Ma.
A cab. I took a cab.
Well, you should have called.
I'm perfectly capable of managing by myself. I don't need help. I'm a totally independent person.
I know.
I need $67.
And at the information desk was this huge train schedule. And next to every departure, it said Destination Heaven. My first thought was, gee, what a great title for a movie. My second thought was, damn, I'm dead.
God, I was an idiot. Anyway, he sauntered over to me at the soda fountain and gave me this long, smoldering look and said, "So?" Oh, nearly fainted dead away on the spot. The next thing I knew, I was sitting next to her.
Does that mean you don't think I'm smart enough for the job?
Well, no, I think you're smart enough. You just have no taste.
Okay, girls, which goes better, the silver chain or the pearls?
The chain.
An amateur's mistake. Can't you see that the chain...
Anything interesting happen while I was gone?
Does this mean you're back?
If you'll have me.
Ma got a letter from Gina Marie Donatelli. Her cousin Joe is hanging new wallpaper in Tony Bennett's guest bath.
Well, there were already 3 other people in town. But that's beside the point. One day, I got up the courage to go up to mean old Lady Hickenlooper and ask her why she always frowned. Well, she had been born with no smiling muscles.
I guess it's time to go. You will hold my hand? Sure I will. I'm so glad I don't have to go alone. You remember how we met? Yes, about 8 years ago.
Gonna have a baby.
And if it's a boy, she can name it after its father, Rick, Joe, Bob, Don, Dave.
I don't get it. We've done everything to get them in the mood. Music, soft lighting. What else can...
Well, now, isn't that sweet? But, honey, with all those people, there's no way you're ever going to get the Pope to notice you.
Oh, he'll notice me.
I'm home.
Rose, happy...
I'm gonna put him to bed. Ma, the babas.
Why do you hate your sister? That's what I want to know. Because when she was born, I ceased to exist. I never saw my mom and daddy again. Where did they go? They never looked at me again, Rose. She was the adorable one, the gorgeous one. Oh, I've been tinkering with the heater trying to get it to work.
Oh, Rose, you're a genius.
Boy, that's a sentence you don't hear every day.
She's working great now, except for one little thing. I turned the air conditioner on instead of the heater, and now it won't go off. Great! Now it's going to be colder inside than it is outside. I think
I don't get to see very much.
So, if it's relatives you want, you should stay right here in Miami. Howard Johnson's does less business than this house has over the years.
That is true. We've all had our share of family showing up.
I think things are going very nicely.
Save it, Ma. I am going to tell Uncle Angelo the truth.
We had to feed the chickens, slop the hogs, muck the stalls.
Please, I'm trying to eat here.
And after I finished all that, I still had to take care of Larry, my one-eyed pig.
What did you people do? Run a farm for handicapped animals? One of the toughest guys in my high school. He smoked, he drank, he made those rude noises under his armpit. I was totally in love with him. And when he asked me to go to the senior prom, I was thrilled. Oh, when I came down the stairs all dressed, Ma... Ma, what? That noise.
What noise?
The noise you're making with your nose and throat.
I got a post-nasal drip. What would you like me to do? Drown in
back, Blanche, because if you ever look down this way, everything falls.
She wrote it in about an hour and called it in, or turned it in or something, and we had a second scene that was hilarious. I remember it being that one.
It was
Maybe
very
wasn't.
easy. I had looked in a mirror.
Your friend, Rose Nyland. P.S. Don't call the president in the afternoon. I hear that's when he takes naps.
Honey, that was really beautiful. It's a shame.
I'm here on an age discrimination case, and you're telling me I'm too old?
Oh, it is not me. It is Enrique Mas.
I'm confused.
Please, let me explain. You see, there are two me's. There is Enrique Mas, the dedicated consumer advocate fighting...
Oh, it's been a wonderful afternoon, Patrick.
It's been a wonderful week, Blanche.
Oh, Patrick, our relationship's just so special, I don't think I can keep it a secret any longer.
Well, it's hard on me too, Blanche. But when the time is right, I'll rent a plane and write it in the sky.
Oh, Patrick, sit down.
Hello? Oh, hello, Big Daddy.
My mother?
No, she's right here. Yeah, you take care, too. Bye-bye, Big.
Big Daddy? Big Daddy, how in the world are you? I'm just fine.
Well, I sent Carl home. Now I just have to talk to Miles.
Talk to Miles. You seeing somebody else, Rose?
I can explain.
No, I understand. Oh, Rose, of course, you're dating. That's why I've come to a decision. I'm going to go to Washington. I'm going to talk to the Bureau. I am leaving the Witness Protection Program. No, I just know I need...
Aurora. I just hate that name. Why couldn't you have found something more musical, more southern, more beautiful?
Sorry, Blanche. Look, I know you don't like the name, and I know you think that I'm bringing her up wrong.
No. I just don't see why you have to feed her when you could...
I always dreamed of retiring.
I just don't want you to wake up one day and think that you've missed the opportunity to do something really great.
Rose, it sounds like you're maybe just bored with me. Look, let's take a rain check on tonight, okay? I'm feeling kind of tired anyway. I'll call you tomorrow. No, we're not going to Splash Mountain. I want you to meet Dr. Halpern. He's Stan's psychiatrist.
Mrs. Petrillo, I've heard a lot about you.
Lies, all lies. Yes, I wanted a boy, but slowly I learned to accept her.
I did a toast.
Okay.
To finality and closure. To husbands being out of our lives and gone forever. Wait, this is good. I mean, don't cry. Why are you crying?
Our husband got the message, we got the flowers.
Come on, Ma.
Well, I also told her that Rose and I are getting out of the sandwich game.
Well, when we went over the books, the profits weren't quite what we expected.
Tell me, is Blanche back yet?
Oh, she's in the living room.
Thanks. Your mouth.
I was just trying to loosen up a poppy seed caught in my teeth with my tongue.
Well, it's driving me crazy.
Dorothy! Come here, Ed. Sit down here. Listen, what Dorothy is trying to tell you, what's that cologne you're wearing?
Which number 3?
Witch? He cast me as a witch?
Who got Lady Macbeth? Don't tell me. Probably one of those little theater groupies with a mattress strapped to it. Just one of the Donaldson boys trying to sell us a newspaper subscription again.
Oh, those Donaldson kids won't take no for an answer.
Neither would their father at our 4th of July barbecue.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jonathan Newman.
Are you absolutely sure?
Tell you until you're 60, but I think you can handle it now. We lived in New York at the time, and there was the San Gennaro Festival every year. And your father, may he rest in peace until I get there, got so turned on by the festivities one year, he couldn't wait till we got home.
Pregnant.
That's incorrect, but certainly not untrue.
Guy, is it better late than never?
Right you are, Rose.
Dan asked me to marry him.
And
I accepted.
I don't know what to say.
Well, I sure as hell do group hug. Dorothy. The ring.
Oh, Dorothy, it's beautiful.
Oh, are those... That's the smoke alarm in Sophia's room.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Anyone for s'mores?
Well, Sophia, how's it feel to be home?
I feel like a free man.
Well, you didn't
Blanche, what is all that stuff?
Just my natural beauty supplements. This is my apricot facial scrub and my honey skin toner and my coconut moisturizer.
If I put cracked ice and an umbrella on your head, you'd be a Mai Tai. Barry Glick, Mom! Look! Barry Glick! Oh, boy, did I have the hots for him. He says he wants to get together next week.
You gonna see him?
See him? If he's within 50 pounds of where he used to be, I'm gonna marry him. Oh, Barry Glick.
the paper. It isn't about winning the award next year.
Oh, now, that's the spirit.
It's about getting that dead woman's name off of this one.
we have to talk?
There is nothing for us to talk. We'll look into this first thing Monday morning.
It can't wait.
You're right. We'll do something immediately. We'll fill out a form. Must be one in here somewhere. It's okay. Sexual discrimination, sexual education, sexual harassment. Okay.
Blanche, we said we weren't going to do this.
Well, what else can we do? We never held a real conversation our entire lives.
Well, then it's time for us to start. Okay.
Fine with me.
To us. To the beginning of a new and wonderful relationship to sisters.
That's very...
To say is the truth.
This afternoon, I saw Blanche's boyfriend, Gary Tucker, kissing my sister, Holly.
Oh, please, you're such a liar.
I swear on my mother's grave.
Okay, I believe you.
What should I do, Sophia?
Well, this is a very complex and perplexing question.
Call the coach. The number's by the phone.
Fine, is there anything I can do?
Call the hospital and the coach. You got that, Rose?
Oh, hurry, here comes another one. Yikes!
Hey, what do you do for a living? Crack walnuts?
What's going on?
Dr. Harry Weston.
Oh, God.
Oh, come on, Blanche, he's a doctor. Used to seeing people at their worst. And if you comb your hair, you can be right in that ballpark. Harry? Dorothy? Listen, I'm so sorry I have to call you at home, but we're taking care of the Lillestrand.
Worse than the burns I got working nights as a fry cook to help put you through college. Worse than the
All right, Ma. I'll have the surgery. You win. You always win, but you don't play fair.
That's why I always win.
You still haven't answered the question of how somebody else got into the room.
What if there was a knock at the door? Nesbitt might have assumed that it was the waiter with the champagne.
That is speculation.
One more point. The hotel security chief cordoned off the room. So the only people who saw the room...
He's out, he owns the chain and wants me to be in a commercial.
Sophia, that's amazing.
I'll say it's rare you find anybody in a mini mall who even speaks English.
Okay, Ma. Where are you going to shoot this commercial?
Well, we discussed many exotic locations.
Russell, come back! Russell, come back here! Come back here! Russell!
Looks like it's just you and me, Blanche.
Rose, I'm afraid I have to leave.
Are you in pain?
I will be if my wife catches me and she...
And it was Miami Nice, and it was very funny. Is there anything about, like, retired people in Miami? And the writer we were with said, well, I'm not interested in writing old women. He's been out of the business a long time.
I feel like a virgin. Where do the noses go?
What do you say? You with me?
Of course.
Oh, great. Then how about a celebration? I'm having dinner with some new friends from the circus. Join me?
Might as well. Well, where were you? We've been worried.
You know who's in this hospital? Rochelle DeVito. She slipped in the shower.
Total fool of myself in front of the press. I'm the laughing stock of the entire country. What am I going to tell my mother?
Your mother's from St. Olaf. She'll understand.
I'm just stupid. I'm a dim-witted, dumb, simple-minded, grade-A Minnesota chucklehead.
Told me you were engaged. What happened?
The war happened. Augustine went off to fight, and I never heard from him again until today.
I wonder why he looked you up after all this time.
Are you kidding? He was crazy about me. I was the only girl in the village who didn't want to be a nun. I'm going to find Mangiacavallo. I wanted to see the tasty little morsel he let slip through his fingers. Where's Doug?
Oh, he's checking our coats. Blanche, I want to thank you. You know, he's really a very nice guy.
Well, that's fine for you, but I don't know why I even came. This is the last time I ever date a doctor.
You look exhausted.
Hey, Aunt Lady, I look like this in the middle of a dead sleep. So, Marguerite, what's your claim to fame?
I'm the housekeeper.
Yeah? You always wear a tiara to clean the toilet?
Ma, could I see you in the kitchen?
Hey, take it easy, I'm not done.
Hello. Wow, aren't you Tiffany Blaine? The lady on Grab That Dough who stands in front of stuff and does this.
Yes, I...
The three of us have been called in to read for Network. And we wowed them. Oh, what a happy day. What a happy day that was.
Oh, wasn't it? The fun of it was...
I don't like the hard stuff.
Hi, Steph.
Stephanie.
God, am I beat. That London trip is a killer. I've got to be in Paris in 12 hours. I'm going to get some rest.
Hi, Liz. We haven't met, but I'm...
Stephanie's mother. I'd recognize you anywhere.
No, I'm Rose, your new roommate. No! After I spread the ashes and said a little prayer, I went down to City Hall and I told them what I had done. And I pointed out that it might not be such a good idea to disturb a person's final resting place. And it doesn't look like they're going to cut the tree down after all.
Rose, that's lovely. Odd, but lovely.
Good morning.
Ah, how was your date last night?
Oh, it's too soon to tell. I'll let you know when I send him home. Is this for Rose's birthday?
Now look, don't you start with me. Every Christmas, every birthday, anytime we have to give a gift to the same person.
Also, come back! Also, come back here! Come back here! Also! Looks like it's just you and me, Blanche.
Rose, I'm afraid I have to leave.
Are you in pain?
I will be if my wife catches me and she...